From Hollywood's brightest stars to your hometown heroes, fame can be deceiving. Behind the public persona, some of the most admired individuals have committed shocking crimes. Prepare to be astonished as we unveil the dark side of those you once looked up to. Bernie Madoff, the fall of a financial titan. Bernie Madoff was a name synonymous with Wall Street success. A wizard, they said. A financial alchemist who could turn lead into gold. But behind the facade of wealth and prestige lurked a dark secret, a Ponzi scheme of epic proportions. For decades, Madoff promised investors astronomical returns. The reality? He was using new investors' money to pay off old ones, a house of cards built on deceit. When the music stopped, the scheme collapsed, leaving thousands devastated. Retirements vanished, dreams shattered. Justice came swiftly. Madoff confessed to his crimes and was sentenced to 150 years in prison, a life behind bars for a life of lies. His empire crumbled, his reputation destroyed. Yet, the story doesn't end there. The weight of his deception was too heavy for his family to bear. His son, Mark, tragically took his own life. The Madoff name, once a symbol of wealth and power, became a haunting reminder of greed and its devastating consequences. Bernie Madoff died in prison in 2021, his legacy a stark warning about the dangers of unchecked ambition and the fragility of trust. The fall of Bernie Madoff is a stark reminder that even the most seemingly solid foundations can crumble. The rise and fall of Elizabeth Holmes, blood and billions. Elizabeth Holmes was once hailed as the next Steve Jobs, a visionary who would revolutionize healthcare. Her startup, Theranos, promised to perform a multitude of medical tests with just a tiny drop of blood. Investors poured billions into her company, captivated by her charisma and the allure of groundbreaking technology. But the reality was far different. Theranos' technology was flawed, and the company was built on a foundation of lies. Holmes, with her deep voice and carefully crafted image, was at the center of the deception. She misled investors, doctors, and patients about the capabilities of her company's blood tests. When the truth finally surfaced, the empire crumbled. Investors lost billions, and patients were put at risk. Holmes faced criminal charges for wire fraud and conspiracy to commit wire fraud. In a dramatic trial that captivated the nation, she was found guilty. Sentenced to over a decade in prison, Holmes' fall from grace is a stark reminder of the dangers of unchecked ambition and the importance of truth in business. Her story is a cautionary tale about the consequences of prioritizing profit over people. What do you think about the Elizabeth Holmes case? Was her sentence fair? Tory Lanez, the fall of a star. Once a rising star in the rap game, Tory Lanez's career took a dramatic turn when he was convicted of shooting fellow musician Megan Thee Stallion. The incident, which occurred in 2020, sent shockwaves through the music industry and ignited a broader conversation about violence against women. The trial was a high-profile legal battle, with both artists sharing their traumatic experiences with the world. Ultimately, Lanez was found guilty of assault with a semi-automatic firearm, carrying a loaded, unregistered firearm in a vehicle, and discharging a firearm with gross negligence. Sentenced to 10 years in prison, Lanez's conviction marked a significant moment in the fight for justice for survivors of gun violence. The case highlighted the importance of believing victims and holding perpetrators accountable, even when they are public figures. As Lanez begins his prison sentence, the music world continues to grapple with the aftermath of the incident and the implications for the industry as a whole. What are your thoughts on the Tory Lanez case and its impact on the music industry? Jen Shah, from reality TV star to convicted felon. Jen Shah, the flamboyant star of The Real Housewives of Salt Lake City, saw her glamorous lifestyle crumble when she was convicted of a massive telemarketing fraud scheme. Her arrest and subsequent trial captivated viewers and exposed a stark contrast between her opulent image and the reality of her crimes. Shah and her assistant were found guilty of scamming vulnerable victims out of millions of dollars through a telemarketing operation. Despite initially maintaining her innocence, she eventually pleaded guilty to conspiracy to commit wire fraud. Sentenced to a significant prison term, Shah's downfall serves as a cautionary tale about the consequences of greed and deception. Her story underscores the importance of accountability, even for those in the public eye. As she serves her time behind bars, the question remains, can she rebuild her life and reputation after such a dramatic fall from grace? What do you think about Jen Shah's crime and sentence? Should reality TV stars be held to a higher standard? Joe Exotic, Tiger King or criminal mastermind? Joe Exotic, the flamboyant and controversial figure at the heart of the Netflix docuseries Tiger King, went from exotic animal park owner to convicted felon. His journey from a mullet-sporting, gun-toting zookeeper to a prison inmate is one of the most bizarre and captivating tales of recent times. Exotic's downfall began with allegations of animal abuse at his Oklahoma zoo. The conditions for his big cats were horrific, with evidence of neglect and maltreatment widely documented. But his crimes didn't stop there. In a plot straight out of a reality TV show, he was convicted of hiring a hitman to kill his arch-nemesis, Carol Baskin. Sentenced to years in prison, Exotic's incarceration has done little to dampen his public persona. His story has become a cultural phenomenon, with fans and critics alike captivated by his over-the-top personality and the bizarre world he inhabited. While his conviction brought a measure of justice for the animals he mistreated, the Tiger King saga is a cautionary tale about the dangers of unchecked ambition and the importance of animal welfare. What do you think about Joe Exotic and the Tiger King story? Is he a villain or a misunderstood figure? Amy Locan, the tragic fall of a star. Amy Locan, once a rising star on the small screen, saw her life take a devastating turn in 2010. The actress, best known for her role on Melrose Place, was involved in a car accident that tragically claimed the life of a woman and severely injured her husband. Investigations revealed that Locan was driving under the influence and speeding at the time of the crash. The subsequent legal battle was as harrowing as the accident itself. Found guilty of vehicular manslaughter and assault by auto, Locan's sentence initially sparked outrage due to its perceived leniency. In a shocking turn of events, the original sentence was overturned, and Locan was sent back to prison for a significantly longer term. The case serves as a stark reminder of the consequences of drunk driving and the enduring pain experienced by victims and their families. Locan's story is a cautionary tale about the fragility of fame and the devastating impact of one reckless decision. What are your thoughts on the Amy Locan case? Was justice served? R. Kelly, the fall of an R&B titan. R. Kelly, once a celebrated R&B superstar, experienced a meteoric fall from grace when a mountain of sexual abuse allegations came crashing down on him. For decades, whispers of misconduct surrounded the singer, but it wasn't until the #MeToo movement ignited a global conversation about sexual assault that the full extent of his crimes became apparent. Multiple women came forward with harrowing accounts of physical, emotional, and sexual abuse, painting a picture of a predatory artist who manipulated and controlled his victims. From underage girls to young women, the allegations were both shocking and consistent. In a series of high-profile trials, R. Kelly was found guilty of racketeering and sex trafficking, among other charges. The evidence against him was overwhelming, including damning testimony from survivors who bravely shared their stories with the world. Sentenced to decades in prison, R. Kelly's conviction marked a watershed moment in the music industry and beyond. It sent a powerful message that survivors of sexual abuse will be heard and that perpetrators will be held accountable, no matter how famous or influential they may be. The case also sparked a wider conversation about the culture that allowed R. Kelly to thrive for so long. As the music industry continues to reckon with its past, the legacy of R. Kelly serves as a stark reminder of the importance of protecting survivors and creating a safer environment for all. What do you think about the R. Kelly case and its impact on the music industry? Chrisley knows crime. The reality TV empire crumbles. From Southern charm to prison bars. Todd and Julie Chrisley, the faces of the seemingly perfect Southern family on Chrisley Knows Best, saw their carefully crafted image shattered when a federal jury convicted them of fraud and tax evasion. Their opulent lifestyle, once envied by millions, was revealed to be a house of cards built on deception. The couple was found guilty of scheming to defraud banks out of millions of dollars in fraudulent loans. They also evaded paying taxes on their ill-gotten gains. A life of luxury funded by lies came to a crashing halt when they were sentenced to a combined 19 years behind bars. The Crisley's downfall is a stark reminder that reality TV isn't always real. Their story is a cautionary tale about the dangers of greed and the consequences of breaking the law. As they begin their prison sentences, the question remains, can their empire survive without its king and queen? Kris Wu, the fall of a pop idol. From fame to infamy. Once a global sensation, Kris Wu's world came crashing down when he was convicted of rape and sentenced to a lengthy prison term. The Chinese-Canadian singer and actor, with a massive following, found himself at the center of a scandal that rocked the entertainment industry. Multiple women accused Wu of sexual assault, rape, and underage sexual relations. What began as whispers soon turned into a full-blown exposé that shattered the carefully constructed image of the pop idol. The allegations triggered a massive outcry on social media, with millions demanding justice for the victims. A court in Beijing found Wu guilty of rape and assembling a crowd to engage in sexual promiscuity. The sentence was a stark contrast to the glamorous lifestyle he once flaunted. The conviction sent shockwaves through the entertainment industry, highlighting the urgent need for accountability and a change in the culture of silence surrounding sexual assault. Wu's case became a symbol of the #MeToo movement in China, inspiring countless victims to come forward and share their stories. As he serves his sentence, the question remains, can the entertainment industry learn from this scandal and create a safer environment for everyone involved? This case serves as a powerful reminder that fame and fortune cannot shield someone from the consequences of their actions. Michael Jace, the Shield star's tragic fall. From cop to killer. Michael Jace, best known for his role as a seasoned police officer on the gritty TV drama The Shield, saw his life take a devastating turn when he murdered his wife, April Jace. The shocking crime shattered the image of the actor and sent ripples through the entertainment industry. The killing occurred in front of the couple's 2 young sons, a horrific act that left the community in disbelief. Jace was convicted of second-degree murder and sentenced to a life term with the possibility of parole after 40 years. The case served as a chilling reminder that even those portraying heroes can be capable of unimaginable violence. It also brought attention to the issue of domestic violence and the devastating impact it has on families. As Jace continues to serve his sentence, the memory of his crime serves as a stark contrast to the character he once portrayed on screen. The tragedy of Michael Jace's actions underscores the complexities of human nature and the importance of addressing issues of domestic violence. Harvey Weinstein, the fall of a Hollywood titan. From movie mogul to convicted predator. Harvey Weinstein, once a powerhouse in Hollywood, is now synonymous with sexual abuse and misconduct. The man who shaped the careers of countless stars was exposed as a serial predator when a wave of brave women broke their silence about his decades of abuse. The allegations against Weinstein sparked the #MeToo movement, a global reckoning with sexual harassment and assault. Dozens of women, including famous actresses, accused him of rape, sexual assault, and harassment. The revelations shattered the illusion of Hollywood glamour and exposed a dark underbelly of power abuse. In a landmark moment for the #MeToo movement, Weinstein was convicted on multiple counts of rape and sexual assault. Sentenced to a lengthy prison term, his downfall marked a turning point in the fight for justice for survivors. While his conviction brought a sense of relief and empowerment to many, it also highlighted the systemic issues that allowed such abuse to persist for so long. Weinstein's story is a stark reminder that power can be used as a weapon and that the voices of survivors must be heard. As the legal process continues to unfold, the impact of his actions on the entertainment industry and society as a whole will be felt for years to come. The fall of Harvey Weinstein is a chapter in history that will be studied for generations to come. Suge Knight, the rise and fall of a hip-hop mogul. Suge Knight, once a titan in the music industry, is now known more for his criminal record than his business acumen. The co-founder of Death Row Records, a label that dominated the 90s rap scene, saw his empire crumble as his legal troubles mounted. Knight's name is synonymous with controversy. From his alleged involvement in the notorious East Coast-West Coast rivalry to his tumultuous personal life, he's been a tabloid staple. But it was a fatal hit-and-run incident that sealed his fate. In a shocking turn of events, Knight was found guilty of voluntary manslaughter for running over and killing a man in a Compton parking lot. The conviction, coupled with previous offenses, resulted in a lengthy prison sentence. The once powerful music executive's fall from grace is a stark reminder that success doesn't always equate to happiness or safety. Knight's story is a cautionary tale about the destructive power of unchecked ambition and the consequences of violence. Suge Knight's legacy is a complex one, marked by both extraordinary achievements and tragic missteps. ChRL Stars Dark Secret, Jerry Harris Fall from Grace. Jerry Harris, the charismatic and energetic star of Netflix's hit documentary series ChRL, saw his world implode when he was convicted of child sex crimes. The once beloved cheerleader, known for his infectious positivity and inspiring story, became a stark example of the darkness that can hide behind a seemingly perfect facade. Harris pleaded guilty to charges of producing child pornography and soliciting sex from minors. His crimes involved coercing young boys to send him explicit photos and videos. The allegations sent shockwaves through the cheerleading community and beyond, as fans struggled to reconcile the charming public persona with the horrific acts committed behind the scenes. In 2022, Harris was sentenced to 12 years in federal prison followed by 8 years of supervised release. The sentence was a harsh reality check for those who had idolized him. His case served as a chilling reminder that fame and popularity do not equate to moral character. The scandal also brought increased attention to the issue of child sexual abuse and the importance of protecting vulnerable young people. Danny Masterson, from sitcom star to convicted rapist. Danny Masterson, once a beloved character on the hit TV show That 70s Show, experienced a dramatic fall from grace when he was convicted of rape. The once popular actor's carefully constructed image shattered as multiple women came forward with allegations of sexual assault. Masterson vehemently denied the charges for years, but a jury ultimately found him guilty of raping 2 women at his Hollywood Hills home in 2003. The conviction sent shockwaves through the entertainment industry, highlighting the issue of sexual assault and the power dynamics at play. In a powerful moment for survivors, Masterson was sentenced to 30 years to life in prison. The sentence marked a significant victory for the women who bravely came forward to share their harrowing experiences. Their courage to speak out inspired others to come forward and seek justice. The case against Masterson underscored the importance of believing survivors and holding perpetrators accountable. It also served as a stark reminder that fame and celebrity do not shield individuals from the consequences of their actions. Jared Fogle, the Subway spokesman's shocking downfall. Jared Fogle, once the wholesome face of Subway sandwiches, saw his carefully crafted image crumble when his dark secrets were exposed. The man who inspired millions to eat healthy through his weight loss journey was revealed to be a predator preying on children. Fogle pleaded guilty to possession and distribution of child pornography, as well as traveling to engage in illicit sexual conduct with a minor. His crimes sent shockwaves through the nation, leaving many questioning how such a public figure could harbor such dark desires. Sentenced to 15 years in prison, Fogle's fall from grace was as swift as it was shocking. His story serves as a chilling reminder that appearances can be deceiving, and that even those in positions of trust can commit heinous acts. The Jared Fogle case remains a stark warning about the importance of critical thinking and the dangers of blindly idolizing public figures. Josh Duggar, the fall of a reality TV son. Josh Duggar, a prominent figure from the reality TV show 19 Kids and Counting, experienced a dramatic fall from grace when he was convicted of child pornography charges. Once seen as a wholesome family man, Duggar's carefully constructed image shattered as evidence of his heinous crimes came to light. Duggar was found guilty of receiving and possessing child pornography depicting the sexual abuse of children as young as toddlers. The conviction sent shockwaves through the nation, as fans struggled to reconcile the man they had seen on television with the predator he was revealed to be. In May 2022, Duggar was sentenced to over 12 years in prison and ordered to pay significant fines. The sentence was a stark contrast to the life of privilege and perceived purity he had once enjoyed. His case serves as a chilling reminder that even within seemingly perfect families, dark secrets can lurk. The Duggar family, once a symbol of traditional family values, has been irrevocably changed by Josh's crimes. The case has sparked important conversations about child sexual abuse, the dangers of internet exploitation, and the need for accountability. Mel Hall, baseball star's dark secret. Mel Hall once shone brightly as a Major League Baseball outfielder. His powerful swing and impressive career stats made him a fan favorite. However, the glamorous facade of the baseball star masked a sinister reality. In a shocking turn of events, Hall was convicted of 2 counts of sexual assault against minors. The crimes, committed years after his playing days, shattered the image of the beloved athlete. The victims, both young girls, had been under Hall's care. His actions sent shockwaves through the community and the sports world. Sentenced to a staggering 45 years in prison with a minimum of 22 years and 4 months, Hall's fall from grace was as dramatic as his rise to fame. His conviction serves as a stark reminder that the world of sports is not immune to the darkness of sexual abuse. The case also highlights the importance of believing survivors and holding perpetrators accountable, no matter their status or reputation. Hall's story is a cautionary tale about the destructive power of abuse and the enduring impact it has on victims. It's a painful reminder that even those we admire can be capable of horrific acts. Ryan Grantham, child star's descent into darkness. Ryan Grantham, a promising young actor known for roles in popular shows like Riverdale and Supernatural, shocked the world when he admitted to murdering his mother. The once bright star's descent into darkness was as sudden as it was tragic. In March 2020, Grantham fatally shot his mother, Barbara Waite, as she played piano in their home. The chilling act was followed by a disturbing confession captured on video. Grantham confessed to the crime and detailed plans to kill Canadian Prime Minister Justin Trudeau, commit mass shootings at Simon Fraser University, and then kill himself. Fortunately, Grantham turned himself in to police before carrying out his horrific plans. In March 2022, he pleaded guilty to second-degree murder and was sentenced to life in prison. He will not be eligible for parole for 14 years. The case of Ryan Grantham is a heart-wrenching reminder that mental health struggles can have devastating consequences. It also serves as a warning about the importance of recognizing and addressing signs of distress in young people. Kid Creole, hip-hop pioneer's tragic fall. Kid Creole, a founding member of the legendary hip-hop group Grandmaster Flash and the Furious Five, experienced a devastating fall from grace when he was convicted of manslaughter. The once celebrated pioneer of the music genre found himself behind bars for a fatal stabbing. In 2017, Nathaniel Glover, whose stage name is Kid Creole, fatally stabbed a homeless man in New York City. The incident shocked the music world and the public alike. Glover claimed he acted in self-defense after the victim made unwanted sexual advances, but a jury ultimately found him guilty. In 2022, Kid Creole was sentenced to 16 years in prison for the crime. The sentence marked a tragic end to the career of a hip-hop legend. The case serves as a stark reminder that even those who have achieved great success are capable of making devastating mistakes. Skateboard Stars' tragic fall. Mark Rogowski, once a rising star in the skateboarding world, saw his life take a dark and devastating turn. The 80s skateboarding icon, known as Gator, was celebrated for his daring tricks and charismatic personality. However, his promising career came to a shattering halt when he was convicted of a heinous crime. In 1991, Rogowski brutally assaulted, raped, and murdered 22-year-old Jessica Bergston. The crime shocked the skateboarding community and the world beyond. His actions were a stark contrast to the image of the carefree and talented athlete he had portrayed. Convicted of murder, rape, and burglary, Rogowski was sentenced to life in prison without the possibility of parole. His sentence reflected the severity of his crimes and the devastating impact they had on the victim and her family. The case of Mark Rogowski is a tragic reminder that the world of fame and success can mask deep-rooted darkness. It also serves as a stark warning about the importance of addressing issues of violence and mental health. Gary Glitter, the fall of a glam rock icon. Gary Glitter, once a flamboyant and beloved glam rock star, experienced a catastrophic fall from grace when his dark secrets were exposed. The singer, known for his glittery outfits and energetic performances, was once a household name. However, His reputation was irrevocably tarnished when he was convicted of a series of child sexual abuse crimes. Glitter's downfall began in the late 1990s when he was convicted of possessing thousands of child abuse images. This led to his expulsion from Cambodia and subsequent conviction for sexually abusing 2 young girls in Vietnam. But the extent of his crimes became truly apparent when he returned to the UK and was arrested as part of Operation Yewtree, the police investigation into sexual abuse allegations against Jimmy Savile. In 2015, Glitter was found guilty of 1 count of attempted rape, 1 count of unlawful sexual intercourse with a girl under 13, and 4 counts of indecent assault. He was sentenced to 16 years in prison. His victims were young girls who had been invited backstage to his dressing room. Glitter's crimes sent shockwaves through the music industry and the world at large. His story serves as a stark reminder that fame and success do not equate to moral character. The devastating impact of his actions on his victims is immeasurable, and his conviction represents a significant step towards justice. While Glitter's music may have once brought joy to many, his legacy is now one of shame and disgrace. His imprisonment serves as a warning about the dangers of child sexual abuse and the importance of protecting vulnerable children. Dave Megot, from football field to prison cell. Dave Megot, once a dynamic running back known for his electrifying play in the NFL, saw his life take a dramatic and tragic turn. The former Pro Bowler, who played for teams like the New York Giants and New England Patriots, found himself behind bars after a series of disturbing criminal acts. In 2009, Megot was arrested for raping and robbing a college student at her home in North Charleston, South Carolina. The charges sent shockwaves through the sports world and the community at large. Despite his athletic prowess and public image, Megot was convicted of burglary and criminal sexual conduct. The former NFL star was sentenced to a staggering 30 years in prison. His conviction serves as a stark reminder that fame and athletic success do not provide immunity from the consequences of criminal behavior. The case also highlights the importance of holding individuals accountable for their actions, regardless of their past accomplishments. Megot's fall from grace is a cautionary tale about the complexities of human nature and the devastating impact of crime on victims. His story underscores the importance of justice and the need for accountability, even for those who were once celebrated as heroes. Ian Watkins, the fall of a rock star. Ian Watkins, once the charismatic frontman of the rock band Lost Prophets, experienced a catastrophic fall from grace when his horrific crimes were exposed. The singer's carefully constructed public image shattered as the depths of his depravity came to light. Watkins was found guilty of a series of appalling child sex offenses, including the attempted rape of a baby. The details of his crimes are too horrific to fully describe, but they involved the sexual abuse of young children, the creation and distribution of child abuse images, and the coercion of mothers to participate in the abuse of their own children. Sentenced to a staggering 29 years in prison, with an extended license period of 6 years, Watkins' punishment reflects the severity of his crimes. His case sent shockwaves through the music industry and the world at large, serving as a stark reminder that fame and success can mask a dark and sinister reality. The victims of Ian Watkins and their families have suffered unimaginable trauma. His conviction represents a small measure of justice for them, but the scars of his abuse will undoubtedly last a lifetime. The case also highlights the urgent need for increased protection for children and for the prosecution of those who exploit them. Watkins' fall from rock star to convicted child predator is a stark warning about the dangers of idolizing celebrities without fully knowing the person behind the public image. His name has become synonymous with evil, and his legacy is one of infamy and disgrace. Shannon Richardson, the actress turned terrorist. Shannon Richardson, once a bit-part actress with roles in shows like The Walking Dead, shocked the world when she was convicted of a terrifying plot to poison the President of the United States. Behind the facade of a small-town beauty queen and aspiring actress lurked a dangerous mind capable of unimaginable acts. In 2013, Richardson sent letters laced with the deadly poison ricin to President Barack Obama and former New York City Mayor Michael Bloomberg. Her plan was as chilling as it was audacious. She hoped to frame her ex-boyfriend, who worked at NASA, for the crime. When authorities caught wind of the plot, Richardson was quickly apprehended. Found guilty of multiple charges including producing a biological weapon and making threats against the president, she was sentenced to 18 years in prison. Richardson's case serves as a stark reminder that terrorism can come from unexpected places. It also highlights the importance of vigilant security measures to protect high-profile individuals. While Richardson's sentence represents a measure of justice, the chilling nature of her plot continues to haunt the public consciousness. Darren Sharper, the fall of a football star. Darren Sharper, once a revered NFL safety known for his on-field prowess, experienced a catastrophic fall from grace when a series of heinous crimes came to light. The former Pro Bowler, who had enjoyed a successful career with teams like the Green Bay Packers and New Orleans Saints, was exposed as a serial rapist. Sharper's dark secret began to unravel in 2014 when multiple women accused him of drugging and raping them. A pattern of predatory behavior emerged, with victims in several states coming forward with similar stories. The allegations shocked the sports world and the public at large, as the once celebrated athlete was revealed to be a dangerous criminal. Facing overwhelming evidence, Sharper ultimately pleaded guilty to multiple counts of rape and drug-related charges. In 2016, he was sentenced to 18 years and 4 months in prison. The sentence was a stark contrast to the life of privilege and fame he had once enjoyed. Sharper's case serves as a chilling reminder that the veneer of success can mask a dark and disturbing reality. It also highlights the importance of believing victims and holding perpetrators accountable, regardless of their status or reputation. The impact of his crimes on the survivors will undoubtedly last a lifetime. The fall of Darren Sharper from football hero to convicted rapist is a cautionary tale about the dangers of unchecked power and the importance of addressing sexual assault with the utmost seriousness. Subscribe and get ready to dive into a world of captivating stories. From the echoes of history to the breaking news of today, we've got you covered. Uncover the intricacies of politics, the drama of celebrity lives, and the depth of global events. Let's embark on a thrilling journey together. Every headline, every detail, every moment shaping our world awaits. Join us and become a part of the story.